Good morning, children. Welcome to your science class. Okay, in our last class, we had done food for animals, right? Remember, children? So that is exactly where we will continue today. Okay. So remember, in our last class, what did we do? We learned about herbivores. Remember what herbivores were? Herbivores were animals that eat only plant things for their food. They only eat plant parts for their food, remember? And remember what the examples of herbivores were? The examples of herbivores were deers, cow, and rabbit. In our last class, we had also done another thing. We had also learned about carnivores, remember? And what were carnivores? Carnivores were animals that ate other animals for their food. For example, lion, tiger, and remember what this was? It was a leopard. So these were the animals that ate other animals as their food. Okay. We had learned about another thing. Remember omnivores? In our last class, we had also learned about omnivores. What are omnivores? Omnivores are animals that eat both plants and animal parts as their food. Remember that? And the examples of omnivores were crows, squirrels, and bear. Okay. This was all we had done in our last class. And we know that animals can be divided into herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores depending on what they eat. Right, children? Now, you might wonder, where do animals get their food from? Right? Suppose, what will happen if you spill sugar on the ground? It happens sometimes, doesn't it? That you are eating something and then you spill it on the ground. So suppose what do? You go in the kitchen, you'd want to make a cup of tea. But while making the cup of tea, what happens? While adding sugar, the sugar spills on the ground. So you will observe that after some time, what happens? After some time, you will see a lot of ants gathering around the sugar cubes lying on the floor. That is why our parents ask us not to drop food on the ground, right? Because what happens if we do that? Ants and rats, what do? They gather around the food. And once they gather around the food, what will happen? They will make a mess. So how do animals know where the food is? Okay. So what happens? Animals like ants, they have a very keen sense of smell. So what do? They smell around, and when they find food, they can do that. Would you be able to smell sugar? I don't think so. Humans cannot smell sugar. Okay? We have to make our own food. Go to the market and then bring the food, right? Go to the market, buy vegetables and everything, and then go to the kitchen and then make food. But animals like ants, what do? They have a very keen sense of smell. So they can smell around. And when they smell around, what do? They use their sense of smell to gather food. Like see, you will observe that if you drop food particles, what will happen? After some time, a lot of ants will gather. How did the ants know that you spilled food? The ants knew that because they have very strong nose. Not nose, they have a strong sense of smell. Okay? And they smell around everything. So if you drop your food in the ground, lots of ants will get the message that yes, someone has laid the dinner for us. Okay? And they will gather around and then they will get the food. Alright, children? Similarly, you know crows. Crows also. What will happen if tomorrow morning you go outside and you throw some food around? Take a handful of grains and throw them around. After some time, what will happen? The crows will get the message. And then there will be a lot of crows outside your house. And what will they do? they will get the message, they will gather around, and then they will start eating the food. So crows also have a very strong sense of smell, right? They have a very sharp sense of smell. And birds, what they do, you know, they fly up above the sky and they keep hunting for food. Okay? And when they see something, they grab it. All right? Now let's see what's there. Can you see the picture? What is the picture about? It is a cat, right? So even cats have a sharp sense of hearing. Okay? So unlike us, animals, they cannot go to the market and buy their food, right? So what do? They have very sharp senses. Some animals can hear very properly. Some animals have a very strong sense of smell. Okay? So cats have a very sharp sense of hearing. If you are sitting on your room and you drop your food again, okay? And if you have a pet cat, what happens? The pet cat will come running around because he will know that you have spilled your food. So like ants, cats can also sense their food. But what do ants have? Ants have a very sharp sense of smell. But cats have a sharp sense of hearing. They have very nice, very sharp ears. So what happens is that when you do something, the cat's ears start twitching, right? They will start moving their ears. And after that, they will know. They will come searching for the food. Okay. So next, what we have? All right. In our last class, in class 4, do you remember one thing? We learned about the beaks of the birds. In class 4, there is a chapter called Birds, remember? And in that chapter, we learned about the beaks of the birds. And what do we have here? We have a duck, we have a parrot, we have a kingfisher. So just observe, students, that birds have very different beaks depending upon what they eat. Remember a duck? A duck had a broad, flat beak. So what does it do with the broad, flat beak? It scoops up the water with the broad, flat beak. And what happens? The water passes through the holes that it has in the beak. And the insects and the worms, what happens? It is trapped inside and then it falls down. And then it eats the insects and the worms trapped in the beak. Similarly, parrots have a strong curved beak. You remember that? And what does a parrot do with that? A parrot cracks open nuts. We have all done this in class 4. Do you remember that, children? And birds have beaks to help eat their food. Okay. Next, what do we have? So see, look, children, different animals. Look, us humans, we can go to the market and then we can buy our food, right? But animals have adapted to different organs and different adaptations to help them eat their food. Okay, so just like that, cows, can you see a cow here? And what is it doing? It is chewing grass, right? So cows have flat teeth. Cows have flat teeth which helps them chew their grass properly. It keeps on munching on the grass with their flat teeth. Okay. Next we have dogs and a cat. So have you noticed something? Just like birds have beaks and cows have flat teeth, what do dogs and cats eat? In our last class, someone said that their dog likes eating chicken. Remember? So a dog does not chew grass, right? So for tearing into flesh, it has sharp teeth. And with their sharp teeth, what do? They tear into the flesh. Okay. Even cats and dogs have similar teeth. They have very sharp canines. Okay. And with the help of that, what do? They tear into the flesh. So see, children, dogs and cats have very sharp teeth. After that, what do we have? We have a rabbit. And what does a rabbit do? A rabbit has very strong front teeth. Okay, and why? Because rabbits like eating carrots. And carrots are not the softest things, right? Carrots need to be chewed on. So they have very strong front teeth with which they chew on the carrots. Okay. After that, we have, what is this? What is this picture? This is a frog. Okay. And have you observed, children, that frogs and lizards, they have a very long tongue. Okay. And what do? They have a very long sticky tongue. And they stick the tongue out when they see a prey and they catch it. And that is how they get their food. Okay. And finally, we have a snake. So what does a snake do? A snake uses its sense, it has a very strong sense of smell. And you know what snakes have motion sensors in their body. So if you are moving around the snake, you will know that the snake will know that yes, there is a prey moving around and I have to catch it. Okay. So snakes also have a very strong sense of smell and a strong sense of movement. So when it sees a frog moving around, what will it do? It will know that there is a frog moving around, and what will it do? It will catch the frog and eat it. Okay, children? So what have we learned today? We have learned that different animals are not only divided by what they eat. Different animals have different, like they have superpowers, right? They have different types of sense organs. Some animals have a strong sense of smell. Some animals have a strong sense of hearing. So they have different abilities with which they can sense their food and then they can eat them. All right, children. So that's all for today. I hope you liked and understood today's class. We will continue in our next class. Okay? Thank you.